Hey everyone, it's Q8 here, presenting to you a guide for Final Fantasy FFXIV Shadowbringers. Now, are you new? Do you want to join the game? Actually, now is the best time to join the game. For one reason only, is because they removed a lot of skills and added new skills to the classes. And you will be able to jump to level 70 and start with your friends that are currently at level 70 going through Shadowbringers. I know the guide is a bit late. However, I hope this helps you moving forward and starting to join the game. There are two roads. Either you can choose to level from 1 to 80, or you can jump story and jump your class to level 70 and start from level 70 to go to 80. I'll make this guide simple and how to make your life easier going from 70 to 80 after the jump. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. I'll try to make it as brief as I can. Now, to create your character, first thing that you need to know of is there are different type of data centers. There's a North American data center, a European data center, and a Japanese data center. So you have to select it based on your ping. Once you select the data center, you'll be able to select the server. However, if you have a friend that plays on a certain server and you're not able to select that server to join because it's full, just try at a different time. For example, a time where the server is not heavy on population. For example, if it's on EU nighttime, if you try early morning, you'll be able to choose that server. Now, you have different races, so you can choose either male or female, and each race has two different types. So like your here has Midlander and Highlander, so you can choose which one, and then you can customize your character depending on how you like. For example, your hairstyle, your highlights, your height, your muscle build. You can even change your skin, and you can have different eye colors. So you can have one eye color that's blue, the other one can be another color. So you can choose those depending on what you prefer. Now, once you have selected your character, you'll see that you'll be able to choose the voices. So you can alter the voices and test them out. When you finish selecting the character, you'll be prompted to select like a date. That date is kind of like your birthday, but it really doesn't make a difference during the gameplay. And then there's the classes. So you have the Gladiator, who is a Paladin. So everybody knows what a Paladin is. It's a tank, keeps the boss attacking you. Pugilist, which is a monk, hand-to-hand fighting, so fights really close. Marauder is a warrior, which is an axe wielder tank. Lancer with a lance, which is a dragoon actually. An archer becomes a bard, which has a bow and arrows. Now for the disciplines of magic, you have the Conjurer as a white mage, so that's a main healer. Well, they're all healers, they're all main healers currently on Shadowbringer, so none is a main healer in other games. So you have a pet, and you use your dots and your burst damage to deal damage. If you level the Arcanist to 80, you'll get Summoner at 80 and Scholar at 80. So that's a really given thing. Once you've selected those, you'll be able to select your world if you don't want the preferred one, and then you'll be able to select your first and surname, so for your character. Now, once you have created your own character, selected your data center, selected your world, you'll have to go to the Mog Station and then purchase the Tales of Adventure Stormblood skip and the class that you have chosen. Now, I won't be explaining all the classes on this guide because it'll make the video too long, so you'll have to go on YouTube and look that up. Once you purchase the items, they'll be sent to you on the mailbox on your character. So you have to have a character created to be able to purchase those items. Now, once you make your character and you actually activate the jump level, you'll be able to see your UI and look for your actions and traits. So you can see your skills and you place them on your hotbar wherever you want and prefer. You can check your roles, which are like a thing that's shared between all middle classes, for example, as I'm showing you in the video. And then you have like your normal general actions like teleport, return, and limit break. Then you can see your character, your equipment, your profile, so your name, your city that you're affiliated with, and all your class jobs. Because in this game, when you change your weapon, you can change your class. So you can have one character with all classes leveled. Once you level them, of course. So you can skip all the classes if you prefer to. So it just depends on if you level all the classes or not. Now, if you would like to get the items in the mailbox and you don't know where the mailbox is, you can see that on the map there is actually a white mailbox icon on the map. So I'll be showing you now where to go on each town to see where the mailbox is. So you don't need to look for it, because I'll be showing you on this guide where to go. Now, how to access your UI settings, you can see it on the bottom right. So you have like 7 different buttons that you can click. Each one has a different category. So you can see the currency, so your totems, how many you have. You won't be able to see the blue until you're, like, you won't be able to achieve the blue until you're level 80, because those are for level 80 gear. You can customize your HUD layout as you wish, so whichever one you prefer. You can change the size, you can change the location, you can check your system configuration, change everything there, and your character configuration. So there's a lot of things that you can customize to your own preference. It's not a certain thing that you can just play and keep it as it is. If you want, you can do that. However, if you want to change it, you're able to change it. And there's a lot of settings that you can play around with. For example, even your party list. Now for the minions, you have the mount guide and the minion guide, so you can summon them. Unfortunately, I won't be able to summon them because I'm in the town, so I'll have to teleport and show you afterwards. And that's the teleport. Now you have the duty finder. Once you access the duty finder, when you're in the game after the jump, there's 2 things you won't be able to see: the alliance rates and the normal rates. You'll be able to see the 50-60 dungeon leveling trials and main scenario. For leveling purposes, your best course is, if you want to get to 80 without doing a lot of side quests, so if you want to rush to it, your best course is to do the main story and do your roulettes every day. They reset on a daily basis, but you can do them once per day on each one, and they give you a huge bonus of XP. Now, knowing that when you get to 80, your other classes actually get double XP, so leveling other classes becomes way easier. They always did that with every expansion in the game, and you can benefit from that too. Now for the mounts, there are mounts that are exclusive through trial dungeons, so trials that are extreme. For example, the horses, the wolves, the birds, and now the dragons. Once you collect them all, you actually get an exclusive mount. So this is the Fat Cat, which you can actually purchase through the Mog Station. So there are mounts that you can purchase on Mog Station, and they're account bound. So they go to all of your characters. And yes, this fat can fly. This fat cat can fly. Now, to fly, you have to gather all the Aether Currents. So the Aether Currents are, the yellow ones are through quests, the green ones are all around. You'll have to use a compass that you already get when you jump, and you use that to find where the Aether Currents are. You won't be able to fly in the new zones. However, the older zones for Heavensward and Stormblood, you'll be able to fly. Now, for combat purposes, as you can see, you have combo sections. For example, when you do a skill as a melee, not all classes have combos. However, when you do a skill as a melee, it will open up another skill that does more potency when it's on a combo. So if you do it alone, it won't do its full damage, and it won't give you the buff that you're supposed to get from it. There's also positionals. So for example, the samurai has a kasha, which he needs to do on the side, so on the flank of the boss, or the mob, and Gecko would be on the back of the boss. So there's little different things. Now to determine where the back and the front of the mob is, as you can see, there's a line in front of the boss, which indicates where they're looking. So that's north. The little gap in the back, that's actually the rear of the boss. So that's where you would do your gecko, for example, as a samurai. And your kasha would be like on the right or the left, where you can see the lines on the right of the left of the boss or the mob. So that's just a preview of how the combat goes. Now, if there is an AoE, you'd pretty much as a melee have to run pretty far. And there's a abbreviation that's called max melee range. So there is a little bit of a range that you can stay a bit further than the boss, which allows you to run faster and dodge faster. Now, after you made the jump, as I mentioned before, you won't have normal raid and alliance raid. To unlock the quest, the first quest for the alliance raid would be here in Mordona. I can't see the NPC because I've already completed it. You can place marks, so numbers, icons on team members. You have different styles of emotes. Now the NPC will be where I indicated A as the waymark on the ground. Once you talk to him, you'll get the quest, and then you have to finish the quest to complete it. Your main story after the jump, you either have to go into the Rising Stone's interests, or you have to go to the NPC to go to the new zone. Now, I'll be showing you real quickly where the NPC will be standing, because I don't have it on my map, so I won't be able to show you. However, when you click on M, you'll actually see the icon on top of his head, and you can just go right to it. Yes, you can mount here, however, you won't be able to fly, because this is a zone that's back in the first expansion of the game, well, before the expansion, which is around Reborn. So we won't be able to fly here, only in the new zones after Heavensward. Now, in the map, you'll sometimes see like a kind of like a looking of a vent. It's blue and pink icon. Those are actually fates. They give you XP. However, these won't give me much XP because I'm not their level. I'm really high leveled, so I won't be able to get anything from it. However, to go into the fate and actually get XP, sometimes you'll have to level sync. If you don't level sync, you won't be able to hit them up. Once you level sync, you'll actually be 2 levels ahead of the fate. Back in the day, it used to be 5 levels. So once you level sync, you'll be able to kill the mobs and then get credit for it. You have to do enough to get the full credit, which is the gold. So there's bronze, silver, and gold, and that's how you get the most XP from it. In the new expansion areas, you'll actually get more XP towards your leveling, like 200,000 once you start. Once you get a character max, you'll get double of that XP. And there are sometimes bonus fates, which give up to 1 million once you have a class at level 80 with story completed. Now for the other quest that you can unlock for the normal raid, which is the old raids level 60 and 70, you'll be coming here to Idleshire and then talk to Slowfix. You'll have to get a quest called Disarmed. I repeat, Disarmed. Once you have completed the quest, you don't need to enter the duty, because you have to unlock the next one. Once you unlock the next one, you'll be able to just enter it through the roulette and actually finish it through the roulette. That way you can benefit from both sides, because you're getting the XP and you're completing the quest to go on with the chain of the progression of the quest. Now, to unlock the second normal raid, you'll have to go to a place called Rhaegar's Reach. I won't be able to show you the NPC again, so I'll be marking it as A. Once you see the NPCs, they'll be standing there where I waymarked A. Once you talk to them, they'll ask you to talk to another NPC in the city, and then you'll be able to go and complete the quest. However, you want to know where to go, because this is your first time playing the game. So if you click on the quest itself on the right side, it will show you exactly where to go, and you can just click on the teleport point next to it and then just teleport there. So you don't actually have to go in the map and search for it one by one to know where to go. And that's a really good thing for like new people, because it will help you a lot. Now, I won't be showing you where to go because I've already completed the quest. Now, for the gear, when you first join this game, you will see that your gear is actually 390, because when you receive your items, you'll actually get 390 gear, which you can buy for Poetics, and you'll be getting those through your roulettes. Now, if you want to make your gear stronger, there's different ways. You'll be going to this Ina NPC in Rhaegar's Reach, and you can purchase Rowena tokens Mendacity and military grade tombstone is for a weapon. If you buy 10 of the tokens and 1 tombstone, you can purchase a weapon that's 390. To upgrade your weapon, you'll have to get the Scavian Ester. To upgrade your left side, excluding the belt, you'd have to get the Scavian Twine. And to upgrade your right side, including the belt, you'll have to get the Scavian Shellac. And you have to get 1 for each item that you upgrade. You'll be upgrading to level 400, as I'll be showing you now. I'll just purchase a tank body piece and a twine, and I'll be showing you how to upgrade. So once you've purchased them, I will also show you where to buy the tombstone. So you can talk to the NPC Escuna, and then you go to the Scavian Gear Exchange, and you'll be able to purchase the weapon 390 for your other classes, because you'll already be getting a weapon when you do the job. So once you go to the you want to upgrade, also you can glamour your items. For example, if you don't like the look of it, so you'll have to get something called glamour prisms. You can buy them from the market board. They're not really expensive. You right click on your character screen and then cast glamour, and you can glamour the item to change the look of the item. You can do it for weapons and gear, so it just doesn't have to be only weapons. And you can even dye your weapon or gear, so you can change the color of your weapon and gear. Now once you have finished and you want to upgrade, you can talk to this NPC Iblaf. You will see that the armor itself and the twine will go up in the selection. You have to select it from your army chest and then your inventory for the for the twine, and then you'll be able to upgrade it to 400. And then you'll be able to upgrade it, and that's how you upgrade your gear to 400. And that helps you out by leveling, because your damage, your HP, your defense will all be stronger than the 390 that you get from the job. Now, for whoever is new and hasn't done any dungeons before, the dungeons in Final Fantasy look a bit different. So this is actually the first dungeon that you enter, which is level 16. Now, once you enter, it will be a party of 4, so 2 DPS, a healer, and a tank. The tank's job is to pull the mobs and gather them around and take all the damage while the healer heals them, and the DPS to take them down. Nowadays, the old dungeons are actually really easier. If you want your healer and DPS to love you, if the healer doesn't mind and knows what to do, because healing is, in those dungeons, it can be a bit harsh. Your best bet is to actually pull the mobs, so you pull 2 groups of mobs together and stack them up, because your teammate can actually AoE them down. So if you put your buffs up, don't put them all at once. Now, as we unlocked the Alliance raid, the first dungeon, and the normal raid, the 2 dungeons, you have to unlock the last Alliance dungeon, which is the second one, so that you'll be able to do the Alliance raid. So you have to go to a city called Kugane. Once you access actually Kugane, instead of running to the place that you need to go to, you can just interact with the Aetherite. You have to interact with every Aetherite in the city to be able to do this, or the Aetherite that you want to go to. You can also check out the houses. Kugane has houses, Alimsa, Ulda, and Gurdania. So you click on the Aether Current and then choose the one that's closest, and it will just teleport you there so you can go faster instead of actually running there. Once you get there to the Kugane Dori markets, there will be a quest on your right. So there's an NPC in front of you called Keaton. Once you actually talk to him, he'll give you the quest, and then you'll have to go on the west side of the map, so above in that tower. Once you go there, you'll be able to complete the chain of quests, and then you'll be able to access the Alliance raid. And then you'll be able to enjoy your leveling and level up faster, because doing roulettes actually teaches you a bit of the game, because you experience it as 24-man raids and 8-man raids for the old raids. I hope this guide really helped you a lot. I know I might have been too fast in explaining things. If you have any questions, please do comment and I'll reply as soon as possible. I have 2 accounts, so I'm on Behemoth Primal NA and I'm on Ragnarok EU. So I have 2 characters that I play with. If you'd like, you can add me. If not, you can just come by and check me out on Twitch, www.twitch.tv/Q8_outlaws. And hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching.